Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our final day of streaming here at the APP Tour World Pickleball Open. I am Lauren McLaughlin here courtside for our final day of pro singles action. We have an absolutely insane men's singles bracket. Over 50 men signed up to play singles today. So we have a very big bracket, some fantastic players. Right now we have Ryan Sherry on the near end in the blue shirt taking on Jake Kussmeiter on the far end in the navy shirt. Kussmeiter, 22 years old, out of Charleston, South Carolina, while Ryan Sherry, 38 years old, out of Fort Myers. Ryan Sherry always making a splash on the singles pickleball scene. Had some big upsets in some tournaments. Definitely a player to watch. We'll see how he fares here today in his home state. Good morning, Alexander. Good morning, everyone joining. Thank you so much for hanging with me this weekend for this glorious pickleball. Right now, Ryan Sherry trailing 1-4 to Jake Kussmeiter. Kussmeiter, a lefty, you may notice, playing with that Selkirk paddle, while Ryan Sherry is rocking that black Ben Johns paddle from Franklin. This is a quarterfinal matchup here. Oh, that looked just a little wide, but Sherry plays it. Oh, no. Definitely caught the outer half of that line as I'm watching the delay on YouTube from live play. Kussmeiter extending his lead 5-1. Ooh, that one just long. We do have a pretty good breeze right now here, going cross court from left to right as you're looking at the screen. Couple other notable players here in our massive men's draw. Jack Foster, Rafa Hewitt, Justin Frank Anthony Davis, CJ Klinger, have had the chance to watch Kussmeiter play just a couple times over the last year at some tournaments. Usually haven't got to see him play too often on center court, so definitely fun to watch some up-and-coming players that people at home perhaps have not seen quite as much. He's a very emotional player. talks to himself a lot, I've noticed. Again, just 22 years old, so definitely has youth on his side. And we're going to have a timeout here from Ryan Sherry as Kussmeyer keeps extending that lead, now up 7-1 here in game one of this quarterfinal matchup here in our men's pro singles bracket today. Again, we are streaming on both YouTube and Facebook on the APP Tour pages, so definitely make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that good social media stuff. We have a jam-packed schedule next year on the APP Tour, which you can check out all of the stops and where we'll be all over the country at apptour.org. This is our final tour stop for the 2021 season. Last chance for our amateurs and pros to qualify for the APP Masters Tournament in Boca Raton, Florida, towards the end of January. Definitely get online and register for that if you haven't yet and qualify. Already over 900 people have signed up. Some of the biggest names in pickleball will be there. And a good time out there for Sherry, getting that side out quickly. Definitely needs to tap into a little of that Ryan Sherry magic here. Get something going if he wants to stay in this match. Little net cord there from Kussmeyer does not help his cause. Sherry goes for that two-handed backhand. Nice angle there up at the kitchen line, but just a little short. Would have been a great shot. That one goes wide from Sherry on that serve return. Kussmeyer just 2 points away now from taking game one. Interesting. A timeout here from Jake Kussmeyer as Ryan Sherry gets just his second point on the board. This perhaps might be a timeout just to catch your breath, take a little break. Obviously, singles much harder on the body, a lot more work than doubles. So you'll definitely see a lot more timeouts taken in singles, sometimes simply for the sake of grabbing a drink, catching your breath. All right, Derek Prince, our USA Pickleball certified referee for this match, gets us back in from the timeout, and Sherry sends his serve long, so good timeout there from Kussmeyer. Nine, 2. Again, goes for that backhand angled shot. Just been falling a little short here. Played singles in Casa Grande last weekend, but tweaked his back and did not have the day he was hoping for. And Kussmeyer now takes game one 11-2 without too much of a fight from Sherry, so our players will change ends. Ryan Sherry will be on the far end for game two, Jake Kussmeyer on the near end. Again, Lauren McLaughlin here at the APP Tour World Pickleball Open, presented by PGA Village Verano and Kolter Holmes. beautiful facility here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. 27 dedicated pickleball courts. Beautiful area. Palm trees swaying in the breeze. Tons of amazing vendors here in person. We also kick off our 2022 tournament schedule in Mesa, Arizona, the second weekend of January, which is also open for registration for a few more weeks. Beautiful facility in Mesa, Arizona as well. So if you haven't signed up for that yet and might be in the area or would like to get away from the cold winter weather in January, if you live in a cold area like I do in Wisconsin, plan a little long weekend to Arizona, get some sunshine, play some amazing pickleball. Definitely check out pickleballtournaments.com. We have several of our tournaments open for registration now in 2022, so definitely check those out. But now, all right, Ryan Sherry coming out strong here in game 2. Gets that first point on the board. The beautiful drive behind Kussmeiter. All right, looks like Ryan Sherry had a little talk with himself in between games 1 and 2. And already 2 beautiful short rallies here and 2 quick points for Sherry here in game 2. First time we've really seen any real cat and mouse here in this match. Sherry and Kussmeiter both make it up to that net. Couple exchanges before Kussmeiter is able to get that side out. Good spots there from Ryan Sherry. Oh, beautiful drop there from Sherry. Forces that pop up from Kussmeiter and an easy put away. This is what's so fantastic about pickleball, these shifts in momentum. Sherry didn't really have anything going his way in game 1. Kussmeiter just fully in control, out in front, having his way with game 1, and now Ryan Sherry up 5-0 here in game 2. Really turned it around here. We'll see if he is able to continue that and force that third game here in this quarterfinal matchup in our men's pro singles bracket here at the World Pickleball Open. Oh, beautiful get there from Jake Kussmeiter. Handles that drive from Sherry down that sideline, and then beautiful angle there right over that net. Still looking to get that first point on the board, though. Ooh, oh, and he gets it with a net dribble that Sherry's able to get a paddle on, but can't quite squeak it up and over the net. Nice get there from Kussmeiter, and it looks like this may be the start of a little run here from Kussmeiter if Sherry is not careful. That 5-point lead is going to disappear really fast. Oh, what effort from the 22-year-old here. Using that youth and athleticism to his advantage all over the court, but Sherry up at that kitchen line, directing where he'd like Kussmeiter to go, and gets that ball back, maintains a 2-point lead, and that's going to go long. Sherry just at that kitchen line, not exerting much energy, while Kussmeiter is just having to fly all over that court. And that just shows the importance, especially in singles, of being able to get up to that net, really control that point, try and make your opponent scramble. Also makes them exert a lot more energy having to do that. Beautiful drive there from Ryan Sherry. Of course, comes from a very high-level tennis background in his younger days, but you can still see those amazing shot selections. All right, we're going to have a second and final timeout here from Jake Kussmeiter in game 2, as Ryan Sherry has extended that lead, now up 9-3. Sherry always does such a good job of sort of hiding how he's feeling. Will always give everything he's got on the pickleball court, that is for sure. We've seen him have some really big success over some big name opponents, but usually struggles to make it all the way through the bracket, have enough gas in the tank, as it were, to really hit too many podiums. We'll see if he is able to sort of start breaking through here, especially next year. All right, beautiful drop there right on that sideline. I think Kussmeiter thought that was going out. And as a result, we'll have a game point here for Ryan Sherry in game 2, looking to push this to a third game tiebreaker. All right, finally, Kussmeiter is the one to get to that kitchen line, control that point. Sherry playing very well this second game, though. Kussmeiter is really going to have to turn up the heat here to get back into this second game. Such a deep shot there from Sherry right on that baseline. And another game point. Oh, and that's going to go wide as Kussmeiter tries to keep that ball away from Sherry. And Sherry gets the job done here in game 2. 11-3 over Jake Kussmeiter. So our players will switch again for game 3, and in that game 3, our players will switch ends at 6. They will definitely take every second here between these games to rest, grab a drink. Jake Kussmeiter has left the premises. I think he's probably going to grab a drink or perhaps a snack of some kind. Again, thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube or Facebook. I am watching the YouTube stream, so if you guys have any questions or comments, want to drop them in there. I am definitely checking the chat. Happy to help however I can, but head on over to YouTube to do so, as I am not watching the Facebook stream. Apologize. Big shout out to everyone on Facebook. Thank you for joining. It's been an absolutely beautiful weekend here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. A little warm in the 80s every day, partly cloudy. I know everyone is really loving when those clouds cover up the sun, give everybody a little shade. Very humid, humidity around 91%, so a lot of sweating going on. Very important for these players to be hydrated, keeping those electrolytes replenished. Derek Prince has called our 15 seconds to get our players back on the court. Jake Kussmeiter will start serving on the far end to Ryan Sherry, who has changed into a white shirt. A little cat and mouse there to start us off here in game one. Great get there from Kussmeiter. Wow. He's definitely got some friends and fans in the crowd. Big fist pump and yell. We're going to time out here from Ryan Sherry early here in game 3 as he is down 3-0. Saw him struggle with Kussmeiter a little bit in game 1, but really turned it on again in game 2. Let's see if he has what it takes here in game 3 to put up a fight here. Definitely saw Sherry controlling that game 2 when he was able to get up to that kitchen line, work the ball around the court, really make Kussmeiter put in a lot of effort. Here in game 3, however, Kussmeiter has made those adjustments. He is getting himself to that kitchen line first, finding himself coming out on top of these rallies here as we get into this third tiebreaker game here in our semifinal match. All right, back from our timeout, 3-0. Good timeout and side out there for Ryan Sherry. Just a little low on that drive from Sherry. you're seeing the success from Ryan Sherry. Got to that kitchen line. Able to handle anything Kussmeyer was throwing at him there. That has definitely been where we have seen his success. Beautiful drive down that sideline. Those passing shots becoming all that more important when you are back at that baseline. It's going to be just wide there from Kussmeyer. Beautiful drop there from Ryan Sherry right on that sideline. That is definitely what he's going to need to do if Kussmeyer is keeping him back at that baseline. Oh, nice job by Kussmeyer. Recognizes Sherry going towards that middle to try and cover, and goes right back to that spot that he vacated. Four score very close here in game three. No one really pulling away. All right, we're going to have a timeout here from Jake Kussmeyer as Sherry is able to tie it up here at fours. Again, we'll switch ends at 6. We're seeing a bit of a split the difference game 3 here as Ryan Sherry really not able to get anything going in game 1, while Kussmeyer had the same situation in game 2, and now it seems both players have kind of averaged that out, and now very even here in game 3. Both of them being able to work their strategies a little bit, but not able to hold off their opponent and go on any big run here. We'll see if Sherry or Kussmeyer can pull away here, put a little distance between themselves and their opponent. Winner of this heading to the semifinals. Oh, good effort there from Ryan Sherry, but he sends it wide. Ryan Cherry, I think, keeps forgetting that there's no space under the net to roll the ball under. But he doesn't mind. It gives him a little extra time. Go get that ball. Take a little break. All right. Kussmeyer definitely getting a little louder here. Pumping himself up. Oh, wow. I'm surprised Sherry didn't go for the around the post there. I think he definitely had the room and the space to do so. But instead, he tries to go back cross court. Dumps it in the net, unfortunately. But good effort. And as I mentioned before, knowing Ryan Sherry kind of tweaked his back during a match with Gabriel Joseph last weekend in Casa Grande. He is walking a little gingerly. You have to think perhaps he's not at 100%.
I'm sure you are familiar with the proverb that says, when it's hot out, the wise chillax. So I encourage you to make that wise move, speed your recovery, come on up and visit our friends at Chillax.
Sherry definitely not showing any signs of any issues during the rallies. Oh, beautiful drop there from the baseline from Ryan Sherry. And that will get him to that 6th point in a 1-point lead over Jake Kussmeyer here in Game 3. So we will change ends. Our players will take their sweet time doing that. Both our players have people in the crowd cheering them on at PGA Village Verano by Kolter Holmes here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Good start for Ryan Sherry here after the end change. Extends his lead to 7-5 here in Game 3. He is looking to head to the semis. Ooh, beautiful shot there. Jake definitely very frustrated. A lot of emotion right now coming from him. And a timeout. Both these players just taking a minute here. Kussmeyer trying to mentally get himself back in here. Not let this frustration get out of control. He's got to stay calm and collected here. That's where that tennis background is just serving Ryan Sherry so well. He's able to stay at that baseline, But those beautiful ground strokes, drops, have been really hard for Kussmaiter to handle here. And with no timeouts, he is going to have to just let this ride here. Oh, and a serve return into the net gives Ryan Sherry a match point here. Oh. Ryan Sherry with a little gift there for Jake Kussmaiter. The question is, does he have enough to go on a run here before Sherry gets that side out? Oh, best rally of the match. Wow, great effort from both players. Just all over the court. Some really good anticipation from Ryan Sherry. And a second match point here on Ryan Sherry's paddle. That's going to be long. Again, gorgeous drop there from Ryan Sherry, about halfway back into the court. All right, he is psyching himself up here for his third match point, trying to close this out without too much more effort. And he gets it done. Wow, after Jake Kussmaiter comes out so strong in game one, winning 11-2, Ryan Sherry just digs deep and comes back. Game 2, 11-3, game 3, 11-5. So he heads to the semifinals here, and we are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more pro singles action after this. Welcome, everybody, back to the PGA Village Verano site here by Kolter Holmes, where we are in the middle of the World Pickleball Open, which is going absolutely amazing. I am here with Rick Hatcher, CEO of Play Treasure Coast Sports Tourism. Welcome. It's so good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So people might be wondering, what is sports tourism? What is this? What is the whole deal? So tell us a little bit about sort of what Play Treasure Coast does and what the point of sports tourism is.
Well, what you're experiencing here with the World Pickleball Open is sports tourism. It generates the economic impact for the local community. It brings in the visitors that get to experience what we get to have. You work with great partners here with Verano, and then working with Ivan and his group and doing everything. That's just one of 35 different events that different sports we do, 100 events a year.
So really it's about sort of bringing sports events to a particular area to kind of boost the economy, bring people in, visitors, and experience sort of the areas that those sports events are happening in.
That's correct. All these visitors, all these tourists that come in here get a chance to maybe for the first time come to our area, get to see what it's like, creates the economic impact, creates the heads in beds, the hotel room nights, the people in the restaurants and all the shopping that takes place. It's like family vacation, but it's got a sports bling to it.
Me. That's me. I'm a first-time visitor to the area. I'm here. I stayed in a hotel. I'm eating. I'm here at this beautiful site. So you got me. You got me. It worked totally.
Well,
so also,
thank you.
Thank you. So you're also the president-elect of the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. So the big question I think everyone's going to want to know is there a pickleball player in there yet, and when will there be?
There's not one in yet, but we are looking. We have set our next Hall of Fame enshrinement for 22 is going to be in the Tampa Bay area, and we have already started looking at possible candidates, and pickleball is one of the subjects that we're looking at.
I love it. I always gotta push for the pickleball peeps. You know, it's what we do. So very excited to have you, Rick. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Definitely check out Play Treasure Coast Sports Tourism. Check out where. You ready? You ready? All right, welcome back, everybody. Lauren McLaughlin here with the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Sherry. Got the job done over Jake Kussmeiter in 3. I'm sure you would have preferred 2, but rocked it out. You know, game one didn't go as well for you. Turned it on. What was the difference between game 1 and 2?
I don't know. It's just hot out there. You know, it's been on the road a couple weeks between playing, your tournament in Arizona, playing nationals. Got back late Friday night. You know, it's easy to go west. You know, all my going out late at nights helps with the time zone training. But coming back to Florida, I got to find a new training mechanism. But no, it was a good time. The guy's a good player, and I got a couple shots here and there, and it is what it is.
I mean, you obviously have a very strong tennis background, and I know people kind of like to joke about your training regimen, mental training, and all that. Going into 2022, what are your thoughts for your pickleball career and what you're hoping to do next year?
I mean, honestly, it's just I got like 10, 15 days, you know, to kind of maybe try to get in shape. Problem is it's Christmas season, a lot of friends back in town. But, I mean, honestly, 10 pounds is not that hard to lose. I mean, I don't need to lose 30. I mean, I do need to lose 30, but I'm not going to. But just 10, I think would make a big difference. So, see what happens. But I'm excited to play a bunch of APPs, excited to play, the other tours. I love it. Great sport. Keeps me somewhat, grounded. Well,
we love having you. It's always a good time watching you out there. Always a pleasure, and hopefully we'll see you rock it out here today.
Sure.
So go take a rest, get cooled off, change that shirt. How many did you bring?
Like 50. I just got new order, like 30, 40. So good luck to all the boys and girls playing today out in California. Wish I was out there playing.
For sure. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be back in the action on center court after this.
Court Reserve, the simple, powerful platform for court reservations, events, tournaments, players, and more. Our online scheduler lets your staff easily reserve courts, sign up members for events, and more. And with a customized member portal, your members can easily see court availability and sign up for events right from their computer or mobile device. There's even tools for teaching pros and staff to ensure your club is top-notch. Boost profits and automate your club today with Court Reserve.
There we go.
Sprawling beaches, flourishing ecosystems, and a diverse heritage. These things aren't new to St. Lucie, it's in our DNA. They're the roots of who we are. Discover the roots of St. Lucie on the Treasure Coast.
Court Reserve, the simple, powerful platform for court reservations, events, tournaments, players, and more. Our online scheduler lets your staff easily reserve courts, sign up members for events, and more. And with a customized member portal, your members can easily see court availability and sign up for events right from their computer or mobile device. There's even tools for teaching pros and staff to ensure your club is top-notch. Boost profits and automate your club today with Court Reserve.
There we go.
Sprawling beaches, flourishing ecosystems, and a diverse heritage. These things aren't new to St. Lucie, it's in our DNA. They're the roots of who we are. Discover the roots of St. Lucie on the Treasure Coast.
Standing completely in the sun. It's gonna be in your face, I know. It's brutal.
Welcome back, everyone, to our next pro men's singles match. We have Frank Anthony Davis in the white shirt taking on Anton Gutz in the blue. They actually played men's doubles together on Friday.
2 minutes, gentlemen.
So
2 minutes.
partners now turn into opponents. Always the stuff of movies here in pickleball. Frank Anthony Davis, 33 years old, from Bridgeton, New Jersey. Anton Gutz, from 27 years old, from Cary, North Carolina. Was talking to Anton Gutz before this matchup. This is actually his first time ever on our live stream here on the APP Tour on center court. He has played a couple times on center court, he said, but it was always before the live streaming started, or he was knocked out too early into the consolation bracket, so very excited to have him here on center court in this quarterfinal matchup here with Frank Anthony Davis.
Game 1, time in. 0-0.
All right, Goots will start us off serving on the far end. And a quick first point for him as Davis sends that serve return long. Oh, beautiful lob there and a tweener get from Fad. Oh. Nice rally there. Good hustle from Frank Anthony Davis getting it back into that. Goods actually tries for that second lob, but didn't quite get it high enough. Oh, beautiful drop there from Goods right over the net. Drops like a rock. Frank Anthony Davis not able to handle that. This is the first time I'm really getting to see Anton Goods play as well here. So I love seeing players I haven't seen before. So much talent in the pickleball scene as more and more players are coming into the pro circuit. Very exciting to see these up-and-coming players, what they bring to the table. Oh, a little cat and mouse there. A little error there from Frank Anthony Davis, dumping that ball into the net. And we know Frank Anthony Davis has suffered from some pretty decent back issues this year, earlier in the year especially. So he definitely has been healthier these last couple months, but always something to sort of keep an eye on. Great spot in that back corner from Goods. Now up 5-0 over Davis. Just misses that one. Frank Anthony Davis looking for his first point here in game 1 of this quarterfinal in our men's pro singles bracket, which has over 50 players. One of the biggest brackets I have ever seen in any tournament ever. So these players have quite a pickleball gauntlet to get through to get to that podium. Just misses that corner. Two five. We talk often about how Frank Anthony Davis wants to play that cat and mouse game. You'll see him get up to that net. Ooh. Wow. What a great rally there from both of these players. It's going to be just wide as well. Frank Anthony Davis now cutting into that lead that Anton Goots is watching disappear. Nice job keeping him back, though.
Public service announcement is brought to you by the World Pickleball Open Parking Authority. Time now is 12:10 p.m. Fantasy football managers, that means you have 50 minutes to get your lineup set before 1 o'clock kickoffs. And when you set those lineups, you want to make
Oh,
sure
just a
that
little
you're
miss hit
totally
there off
hydrated to make the wise
Goods'
decisions.
paddle after a good get there from Davis.
Grab some food, grab some drink, and get your lineup set. 50 minutes till 1 p.m. kickoff and pickleball all day. Enjoy.
Goods doing a nice job getting up to that kitchen line, keeping Davis back, working him kind of side to side. I think Goots taking advantage a little bit of the sun being in the face of Frank Anthony Davis, so throwing up some of those lobs. Hoping to catch him looking into the sun, use that as an advantage. We have a timeout here from Goots as Davis within 2 here in game 1. Lauren McLaughlin here. Thank you so much for joining me all weekend. We have had some absolutely phenomenal pickleball as always here on the APP Tour. This is our final stop of 2021. We had our men's and women's doubles on Friday, followed by mixed doubles yesterday. And singles now here this weekend. If you missed any of that action, definitely go and check it out on our YouTube or Facebook page. Go back and watch those streams. Some unbelievable matches, including one of the craziest matches I've ever got to commentate, which was our men's doubles gold medal match. All right, back into the action here in game 1. And Davis catches that sideline. Frank Anthony Davis been around the pickleball scene for quite a while. Longer than a lot of pros on the scene these days. Has always been known for his singles game. Davis talking to himself back there, saying to fight for it. Come on, find it. Runs around that shot to take it with his forehand. Essentially goes down the sideline, but on the outside of the net, which definitely will not be getting him any points. Oh, nice spot there from Davis. As